A company will pay you thousands to release cockroaches inside your home. An elephant killed a woman and then returned to her funeral to attack her one more time. And 2 people were rescued after falling into a tank of chocolate. These are the weird stories for Monday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet. Yes! A company is going to pay you thousands of dollars to release cockroaches inside your home. All right. A Raleigh-based extermination company is going to pay a lucky family $2,000 to release 100 cockroaches inside their home. This is a good chance for you guys to make a little money and live with some cockroaches. Some of you are already living with cockroaches for free. So this is a pretty good deal. Households all across the United States, any state, is eligible, according to the application on the website thepestinformer.com. Up to 7 homes in total will be selected for the 30-day cockroach elimination study, which the company says is going to be safe for your family members and pets. Yeah, it's safe to live with 100 cockroaches. It's going to scare the crap out of you, but it's pretty safe. Now, I know in the whole pantheon of insects, cockroaches aren't all that scary, but in the U.S., in my opinion, they're pretty freaky. Now, there are other places where the bugs are 10 times the size, and they will eat you limb from limb. I'm talking to you, Australia. I know you got some pretty scary critters over there, but in the U.S., cockroaches, ew, don't want to see them. The good news is they're going to pay you $2,000 to release these cockroaches. I suppose you could just release the cockroaches and then take your $2,000 and go on a vacation. I'm just kidding. $2,000 gets you nowhere right now. It's about 4 gallons of gas, $2,000, I think. You could probably drive to the next city if you think that's a vacation. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the deal with this? What's the purpose of paying homes to release some cockroaches? Well, they're trying to study the effect of a new bug treatment. At the end of the 30-day period, if the new treatment didn't work, the cockroach infestation will be eliminated at the cost to the household. So it's not even a guarantee that these cockroaches are going to be eliminated right away. It says here, applicants must be 21 or older and own their home or have a written approval from the homeowner. Imagine asking your homeowner for that. Hey, man, I have a question about the place. What? You want to take on a roommate? No, it's not that. What, you want to install a hot tub? No, not exactly. You want to grow marijuana in the apartment? No, not really. I want to release many cockroaches. I just want to release the roaches into the place. Is that okay? Yeah, in other words, good luck getting the landlord to approve that crap. Now I'm going to the website, the Pest Informer, to get some more information. It seems like the article covered everything. It says, here at the Pest Informer, we are obsessed with pest control. We have over 20 years in the industry working as pest control technicians and owning our own pest control companies. So we know a thing or two about getting rid of some pests. That being said, as technologies advance, we're always looking for the newest and greatest way to get rid of the pests. In this particular study, we're willing to pay homeowners $2,000 for us to release American cockroaches into your home and test out a specific pest control technique to be able to gauge how effective this treatment is. Well, I hope your pest control technique is safe for the family. I mean, you say in the study here that, don't worry, the roaches won't kill you, but, what about the roach killer itself? Will that affect the family? Or will it, 2 months later, my child's going to have a third nipple? Just sorry about that. That was we didn't plan on extra nipples being grown from our pest control formula. These are things I'm concerned with. Now, it would seem to me that the perfect candidate would be someone who lives alone. Good luck selling this idea to your significant other, in other words, or your children for that matter. Hey guys, inflation is hitting us hard, as you know. All of our bills have gone up, but I have a way around it. How do you feel about, I don't know, sleeping on top of some roaches for the next 30 days? I don't think so, Dad. An elephant trampled a woman to death and then returned to her funeral and attacked her there as well. Many people sent me this story. It says here, a woman was trampled to death by an elephant. That's already terrible. The elephant then later came to her funeral, grabbed hold of her corpse, and threw it in the air. I'm dumbfounded by this. A 70-year-old lady in India was trampled to death by an elephant. I guess this happens in places like that. If Weird AF News does anything for you in your life, at least it reminds you that you don't live in a place where an elephant will just trample you to death and then show up at your funeral and chuck you into the air. So the 70-year-old lady was trampled, doesn't say why. Her corpse was then bizarrely attacked by the very same elephant at the funeral, according to the media. The police say Maya Murmu had been fetching water from a well in the eastern Indian state of Odisha at the end of last week, Thursday. An elephant came barreling toward her. The tusked pachyderm had apparently escaped from the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located in a neighboring area. The elephant trampled Maya, who ultimately died of her injuries at a nearby hospital. Maya's family was then performing her last rites before lighting a funeral pyre when the elephant allegedly returned and grabbed her body. The elephant threw her corpse in the air and then ran away, according to the media. Apparently, the family was able to continue the ceremony, thankfully, and the elephant did not return, thankfully. It doesn't say exactly what the reason were, but it does say human and elephant conflict is on the rise across the world currently, which I didn't know. This is because the loss of the animal's natural habitat is forcing elephants into closer proximity with residential areas in places like India. It also says climate change. Climate change is making life difficult for elephants these days. As the temperature increases, water sources are drying up, causing elephants to hunt out new resources. This can cause them to come into contact with humans as well. Fragmented habitats can cause, quote, crop raiding instances when elephants stray onto farmlands in search of food and water, ruining growing crops as they do so, taking water, and even trampling farmers. In May, an Indian farmer was trampled to death by a wild elephant as well. The elephant and its herd had wandered onto the local farmlands. The herd of 11 elephants strayed into the field near the village during the night. The man who was attacked had been guarding the field. The farmer died instantly after being trampled, they say. While they are known for being gentle giants, elephants can attack humans when they feel vulnerable, or if their territory is being threatened, if their lives are being threatened. It says in this particular story, it's not really clear why the elephant had attacked Maya after straying from the wildlife sanctuary. The sanctuary, which operates as a safari park, is very much favored by Asian elephants because of the abundance of water within it, even during the summer, they say. Now, the story doesn't address what I think is the most bizarre aspect of it, and that is, why would an elephant then return to Maya's funeral and desecrate her body once again? And was this a coincidence, or did the elephant actually know that it was her funeral? I mean, it could be a coincidence. It just happened to be the same individual. But imagine if it wasn't, if this was calculated. It's very intelligent animals. Obviously can go find a funeral. I mean, I'm baffled by this, to be honest. And the poor family. It's like, your grandma's killed by an elephant? How disastrous. It's something you don't expect. That you're grieving. Oh, poor grandma was killed by that elephant. And then, oh, the elephant's back? What is this? The elephant tosses grandma's body in the air? I mean, I can't believe this is even real. And this might not end here. Because as you know, in the Indian religion, they believe in reincarnation. And Maya could come back. And if the elephant is very serious, could trample her again in whatever form she comes back to Earth. I mean, who knows where this could end? You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. 2 people were rescued after falling into a tank full of chocolate. This is something right out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It says here, 2 people were rescued after they fell into a tank full of chocolate at the Mars M&M factory, which is located in Pennsylvania. Both patients were transported to the hospital. One patient by ground, another by helicopter. That sounds very serious. Imagine falling into a vat of chocolate. Then you're in a helicopter covered in chocolate. Strange afternoon for you. The extent of their injuries is unknown. I'm going to say diabetes. No. Well, I mean, it depends on the temperature of this chocolate. It could have been very hot. They could have been nearly melted in a vat of chocolate, I'd imagine. It says here the fire crews pulled them straight out of the tank. They had to cut a hole in the side of the tank to get them out. It's unclear how the people fell into the chocolate tank. It says here, well, are these employees? Or was it a tour group visiting, just like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Did they win a golden ticket and they got to peer into the M&M's chocolate tank and then, oh boy. No injuries were reported, it says here. A Mars Wrigley spokesperson told the media, "We are actively managing the situation and our primary focus is supporting emergency teams on the site, of course." And that's it. That's the end of the article. I have nothing. Let me look up some more. Okay, so your old pal Jonesy did some digging. We got a little bit more information. Turns out these were employees of the Elizabethtown Mars location. Mars is incorporated as an American family-owned multinational confectionery and pet food manufacturer. Oh, they make pet food. I had no clue. The company has 22 manufacturing facilities all over the U.S., including this Elizabethtown location where the accident occurred. They are best known for their sweets, right, guys? You know that. What are they best known for? It lists 3 extremely popular candies here. Can you guess what they are? I'm going to give you a second while you yell them out. Right, Snickers. You nailed it. Snickers. Yes, of course. That's a big one. Also, M&M's. That's the big one, right? That includes peanut M&M's. And one of my favorites, Twix. Yes, Twix is a lovely candy bar. Comes with 2 usually, so you can share with someone or just be greedy. Keep it yourself. Do you have a particular favorite candy bar you could share with me? Mine is very rare. Hardly anybody likes this one. I enjoy very much a Nestle product called 100 Grand. It's fabulous. It's like a Nestle Crunch had sex with a caramel, and then they made this wonderful 100 Grand candy bar baby. It's fabulous. Hard to find. No one really enjoys them. Well, anyways, share with me your own. 646-450-2012. And then lastly, I'll just mention, when you think about working at a candy factory, sounds like a good gig, but there's obviously some hazards, such as you might fall into a vat of boiling chocolate, among other things. And then afterward, as a further kick in the cojones, no one's going to really feel bad for you. They're going to laugh at you for falling into a vat of chocolate. You may have even sustained some sort of confectionery-related injury at your workplace. No one's going to think it's a disaster. They're just going to think it's hilarious. How horrible. I mean, you could be turned into a gummy, and people are just going to point and laugh at your ass. And that's probably going to hurt being turned into a gummy, I'd imagine. Well, thank you, and look at you going all the way to the end of the Weird AF News episode. I'm proud of you. I just want to say I hope you had a nice weekend. A relaxing weekend. Maybe you enjoyed it at the beach or in some other body of water. Maybe you had a nice, lovely cocktail with one of those little umbrellas. Perhaps a spliff, man! We support all of this stuff. All the things that make you happy. I don't recommend mainstream news that will not make you happy. I recommend Weird AF News, of course. And you should, too. Tell a friend to check out Weird AF News. It's a nice alternative to mainstream news, which is just so debilitating on the soul. Now, there's a lot of people out there that appreciate Weird AF News, and some of them even write nice reviews. And I got a great one over the weekend by somebody named BSelf19 on Apple Podcasts. This is a place you can write a full review and give some stars. BSelf gave me 5 stars, which already I'm grateful for. And then just wrote the most flattering, amazing blurb about the show. Let me begin. With all the negative news blasted out daily, finally, something to make you forget your life and world are doomed and make you crack a smile or even laugh out loud. Jonesy, an American stand-up comedian performing his show from a small closet in Los Angeles, will read you weird news articles from around the world with his own warped comedic take, sometimes including his own weird life experiences. Articles include The Sound of Science, Florida Fridays, and mainly just stupid humans trying bizarre sexual or drug-related antics. Not for young kids, but definitely for the kid in all of us. Give it a listen for a week, and you will be hooked. Good luck with your life, man. This is unbelievable. This should be my PR person, BSelf19. This is like one of the best reviews ever. Very concise. I just love that. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. When I get a review like this, I just want to dance in the streets. This makes me feel amazing. Big shout out to BSelf19. You guys can do such things by going to Apple Podcasts or Amazon. That's another place you can leave reviews as well. There are others. I don't know them. I don't know where they are. And I'm probably not going to see them. So if you write them elsewhere, just do a screenshot and email me. And I'll give you a giant shout out as well. My email is funnyjones@gmail.com. I left a phone number earlier in a story. If you feel like you want to call because you have an opinion on any of this, please feel free. Leave me a message. And then lastly, if you'd like to support the show because you got a little extra ducats this month, check out the Patreon. Weird AF News has a Patreon, and you can find it by going to weirdafnews.com, and you could support the show that way. Oh, have your name put up on the closet wall as a patron and supporter of the show. That's pretty cool as well. Well, I don't want to keep you. I know you have a lot of things to do today, and do them with gusto, and good luck with your life, man, of course.